something that you will have to develop as well. To ask the question, what do you mean by sexual assault? Because most, and we call them virtual complainants. I know you call them survivors.
Clients.
Or clients, all right. So most persons will tell you sexual assault. So you need to find out specifically what they are referring to when they use that terminology. So, first, rape. Rape is defined in Section 3 of the Sexual Offences Act, and it tells us what the offense is. Any person who has intercourse with another person without the consent of the other person, who knows the other person does not consent to the intercourse, or is reckless as to whether the person consents, is guilty of the offense of rape. All of that big long thing. Yeah? And this is what creates our offense in Barbados. So any person, and that has been the subject of a lot of debate recently, because the thinking was only a man can commit rape. And that can only happen if it is a woman. Yes? Strange concept, but that's what the law seemed to imply. And it goes on to say without the consent of the other person. So, consent is always a live issue in rape. Always a live issue. When I say alive, it's something that we have to prove. Section 3.6 of the Act talks about an extension of rape, in the sense that it is not just a person using their member, but anything introduced into the vagina to any extent, or anus, mouth, is inclusive of rape. So that it moves from the traditional view that you must use your penis to commit rape, and takes it to the introduction of any object. So now you have a wide gambit to look at as it relates to what persons tell you have happened to them.